What up, yo? What up? What up? What up? We're live. How's it going, everybody? Let me ping the Discord and let's get into it. We got some cards to upload. We got some bulk to sift through. We got the whole 9 yards. Right now we're going through some Magic bulk, finishing up our listings for the day, and then we'll be sifting some Pokemon bulk a little later. Which we have a good amount now sifted, and we need to actually get some Magic or get some Pokemon cards out the door to our buyers so we can get some more cash influx. But how's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody working on tonight? What's the plan for this fine Monday evening? Danky Kang, we in here. We are in here. Not great, Bob. In your video today, you mentioned being kind of capped out on the Magic store. So one thing I've noticed, I'm by no means expert, but with card uploader, it doesn't say TCG or Magic in the title. Oh yeah, I did it to keep it more to keep the titles shorter, so I don't have to worry about them getting cut off. I think Rob from RNG Games does the same thing, and he kicks ass on eBay. So I don't think that's gonna have much of an impact, but I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But I don't know if that would be a cause for concern. I don't know. I can show you guys what I'm working on, I guess. Don't need to be secretive of what I'm working on. Let me get through this batch real quick. We'll catch up with chat. But I hope everyone's doing fine this Monday evening. Got a lot of work to be done. Always be grinding it out. Might as well grind it out alongside y'all. Even though I'm significantly less productive when I do so. Did I say 73? 72 now. 77, 176, 61, 130. Nope. 115, 346. That is correct. 223, 150, 48, 100, 10. Boom, baby. Click check eBay. Duplicates, probably not a lot because this is lightly played. And I don't list a whole lot of lightly played stuff. Or I haven't uploaded a lot of lightly played stuff. Confirm the duplicates. Let's get it listed. What up, Razor? How's it going? Jonas, welcome. This effing guy. How's it always on my screen? It's because I'm just that great. You know, Ava, I've been calling you Ava this whole time. And then I didn't realize until you started making your YouTube videos that you were saying AVA. And I was like, I've been calling you Ava this whole time. You're always going to be Ava to me. What I missed, Don, like every single time you've missed it all. I mean, at this point, you might as well just turn off the stream. You missed everything. Daddy, what up? I uploaded my first vid on my bulk journey yesterday to my YouTube channel and now working on sifting. Hell yeah, Razor. That's awesome. I'll have to check it out. Did you put it in Shill or Be Shield? Shipping a couple of eBay orders and chilling. Nice, nice. I've made that change this past weekend, and I've noticed more sales involving Magic. I also searched individual cards so that my listings were significantly lower but higher after I changed. Interesting. I might have to try that then. Chloe, welcome. Sorry, I just hiccuped while I was trying to say that, and it lasted a long time. How's it going, Chloe? How's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing great, Tiger. How are you? Newton, welcome. We doing good. We doing good. Just pulled 10 orders between TCG Play and eBay. eBay just raised my limit to 1,800 cards. Hell yeah, good. That's awesome. Show me the ways. What up, Mason? How are you doing, Mason? Oh, there's so much to show. So much to show. I mean, if you guys don't know, Mason, he's new to the scene, you know? He's not really listed very many cards. So he comes to my streams to figure out how to do things. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, like, he's another newbie coming in to try and figure out how this TCG space works, you know? It's just, you know, I try to help others out, even small little stores like Mason's. What up, Mason? Oh, there we go. Plug that in. I was actually just watching, I still haven't caught up with the podcast that you had for Carmine and yourself. I was listening to that. What up, drummer? Everyone calls me Ava. I'm trying to show up on people's phones and really screw up relationships when the name comes up. Yeah, I should. Yeah, I'm just here to learn. Good, good. I'm here to teach. I'm here to teach. Ran my monthly numbers, made $700 after fee shipping cost of goods sold for May, and I was like, what? Is that good or bad? Razor, are you saying what as in that was a good month for you or a bad month for you? I would take an extra $700. Just picked up some EX cards today, 4 Charizards from PFL and many more. Appreciate the videos you uploaded today. Like your approach with step-by-step instructions. Hey, Pac, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Those are some good EXs to pick up, especially if you pick them up at bulk prices. Charizards are always a good thing. How do I grow a full beard like you? You wait and it happens. I don't know. I know. I did it naturally. I don't know outside of that. Whatever, Reform Collector. I bet you could build. I bet you can get a good beard going. Just get some. What is that? Was that like hair growth stuff? Get some Rogaine. Just smack it on your chin and see what happens. Currently migrating over to eBay. How is Magic sales there? I have like 10,000 cards to list. Not sure if I should migrate those or keep multiplayer thoughts. I'm working. I'm working to try and figure out the Magic stuff on eBay. I haven't quite got it down, so I'll let you know as it happens. I'm still getting a couple sales a day, which isn't terrible, but I was expecting a little bit more by this point. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep listing and figure out what happens. So Drew, the answer to that question is I don't know. Good for me. I didn't expect it at all. First month live on TCG for 10,000 listens. That's awesome. Good then, Razor. That's awesome. Caden, how's it going? Can only do the stash. Yeah. The stash is good, though. The stash is good. Let me tell you, me with just a stash, I look bad. I could not rock the stash. I do from time to time, but it's quite concerning, honestly. I just realized I didn't check to see in that last listing if I had any list cards that shouldn't have been list cards. So hopefully I didn't. Hopefully I didn't, because I might have to go back and delete those if I did. Ranger, Putrid Imp, the Crystal Ball. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the Magic stuff, trying to figure out what works on eBay. Granted, I'm just doing bulk. I had one collection that I bought. Maybe another Magic collection coming in the next couple days. Nothing crazy. So it's really just like the bulky bulk stuff. Well, not bulky bulk. I mean, it's worth more than 25 cents. But yeah, so far I haven't gotten a ton of sales on this store. Was kind of hoping more by this point. But, it still is pretty early. We only have 2,000 separate listings. Only 4,000 total cards listed. So not like it's a ton. I'm hoping by the end of this month we start to see a lot more of a pickup in orders, but you never know. We're just gonna have to keep listing and figure out how to encourage those multi-quantity listings. That's the big thing. Like if I really can't get multi-quantity listings on eBay to work on for Magic, then I might as well sell them on TCG Player at that point, because I basically make the same if you only get one card to sell. So, or we just don't do Magic. If we can't figure it out and it doesn't work for us, then maybe we just don't do Magic and we just focus on Pokemon for now, or focus on a couple other games. But I'm sure we can make it work. Other people in this space has made this work. If they can do it, I can do it. They're human just like I, and they figured it out so I can figure it out. All right, let's search list. It kind of concerns me. Oh, that was a list, okay. And I think this was too. Yep, okay. Those are correct. I didn't even price the other ones. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Sprout Storm, 676. This is a good card. We'll put it at $5.99, $6.49. Why not? Put this at $3.99, I guess. I don't know. Sure. We'll price them kind of low for Magic. I forgot this is lightly played stuff, so this is probably going to be, since we didn't. Probably should be $4.49 on those other ones, but you know what? We are going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Goodness gracious. I don't know. $4.49, I guess. These are. I should have these just set in stone of what I want, but, you know. I go back and forth with my pricing on Magic just because it's not selling the greatest, so I kind of want to sell it lower, but, you know, if we're selling it lower, then what's the point of even doing it like that, you know? Kind of how I see it. Kind of how I sees it. What the hell? Let me price these, and then we will get to the chat. Okay, sure, why not? I should have been doing these lightly played a lot sooner. I've been going through these, and these are actually worth a pretty penny. All right, the rest can be $1.09. Okay. Probably should check the last one I just uploaded, because I can guarantee you I probably didn't price these as well as I should have. So we're going to go back to this and make sure I didn't change anything. All right, let me catch up. To use Rogaine, scratch your butt after. There you go. Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have been selling well for me. Really? How well, Chloe? I tried out World War I handlebar mustache. Looks like a week, and I liked it, but my wife didn't. Oh, sad day. Elise didn't mind my mustache, but at least she wasn't willing to say it. Jason, your message got retracted. I don't know what you said. What up, Mike? What up, Paul? How's it going, y'all? Okay, let me change price. Well, shit. Yeah, okay. I need to actually delete the last listings we just did. So what section was this? A52. 52. The problem is, let's do... Not time left. That's not what I want. Why is it not letting me go? What is happening? What is happening, eBay? Let me go further. Why am I not able to go further to the right? Let me go right. What is happening? I know there's more right. Am I losing my mind? Okay, forget it. Oh, it's because I have to add the time. Okay, wait. There we go. Start date. There we go. How long does it take you to pull and pack orders roughly? Just had my busiest weekend yet. 100 plus orders, roughly 300 cards. Feel like it just taken way too long. I did use the SKU pick list. Tommy, are you on TCG Player or eBay? That's a ton of orders. I can, let's see, I did my 34 orders today in like pulling, packing, probably like 45 minutes. So I would imagine I could do 15 an hour-ish. So are you around that? Electric City, welcome. Currently sifting, 15 cents and up. I kind of want to move up to 20 cents. You still at 25? Yeah, I'm doing 25 cents for sifting, at least for the Magic bulk. Yeah, I would raise your prices if you have that much and you can't keep up. Just got my scanner today. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I sell 4 or 5 cards a day from each TCG. Nice. That's pretty solid. I mean, that's about what I'm doing about 2 to 3 on the Magic store right now. You paste it will come up if you don't have to click SKU. Well, no, I try to do the SKU and it won't. I don't know why it does this. Does anyone know why it does this? I have to put in the actual SKU number. Like, it won't pull up all the ones. Like, if I pull up that one, it'll pull 1 and 11, but it won't pull up. Actually, it didn't pull up anything there. Oh, it's because it's... Is it because I have 0, 0 before it? But it would be like... Or no, it's 1. This should show up as something. Hello? I don't know why the SKU isn't showing. Oh, it's because the custom label SKU. They're different. Duh. Okay. May 9th. I need to change the start date. Still working on kinks in here and there. Yeah. 300 cards is going to take forever no matter what. May want to raise your prices. Yeah. eBay, mainly bulk cards, would sell really well in the UK market. That's awesome, Tommy. Yeah, I would definitely raise your prices then. Sucks I'm stuck at this point where I'm at max leverage and just got to wait for things to sell before I can cycle the money again. Yeah, sometimes that's the case. Put in the what? Wilby Rips what? Trey, welcome. Do you ever consider Card Kingdom prices when listing Magic cards? I don't. I've never looked up Card Kingdom prices. To be honest, Derek, I don't even know what Card Kingdom is. I think it's because eBay search sucks, honestly. It really does. When processing cards on Card Opener takes a while, should I consider upgrading my PC or internet? What do you mean it takes? What part of it takes a while, Niche? Okay, here are the cards that just got listed. Can I do shift? Can I shift? No, of course I can't. That would make too much sense. These are 50. Let's actually show. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. We need 100 cards. This should be almost all of them we just listed today. June 8th. Yes, they just got listed at 7/21. Yes, okay. So select all of these. Actions and listings. Yes. There's going to be 2 more we remove. Oh, wait, fuck, no, wait, shit. God damn it. This is a lot more difficult than I realized. I just ended some that I shouldn't have ended. Son of a bitch. I just ended some that was probably in the other. Okay, I realize the limitation of this is gonna be a lot worse. I'm gonna have to redo all of those. I'm just gonna have to sell these for cheaper now that I think about it. I don't think there's gonna be an easy way to change this. Oh no. Okay, 222. Okay, some of these cards aren't, okay, they're not worth the time. That's fine. We're just gonna have to keep them listed. I'm gonna have to redo those because the way that the SKU system works on Card Uploader when you do duplicate listings, it's different than it shows its own SKU. And I just realized I end listings, but I combine listings so those 100 cards aren't separate cards. We only listed, or separate listings, we only listed probably like 70 listings. That's confusing, but okay, I realized what I did wrong. I'll have to just redo those listings and re-upload them. And then we're just gonna have to keep the $2 prices and deal with it. And deal with it. And that's all right. And that is all right. That's why we check our stuff. That's why we should check our work, ladies and gentlemen. What I did want to do is search list and make sure there wasn't any list cards that shouldn't have been there. And there definitely was. So Diligent Farmhand. Is it Diligent with 2 L's? Let's see. Put it in the hyphen. I did, but I just realized it won't work because I'm dumb. It's different than on here. Drives me absolutely bonkers. You can't shift click. Yeah, that is dumb. I just got Pokemon distribution. Will a video about how I managed to do it? Really, Electric? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you'll definitely have to make a video. Are you finding a difference between variation versus single listings? I don't do variation listings, but I probably should, honestly. You can make money with Magic using Card Kingdom, all of your less than 25 cents? What do you mean? In what way, golly? Think it would work for other people too? Yeah, I'm curious now. You ought to be able to relist those listings. I can. Yeah, eBay keeps them in ended listings. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm in the inactive. I just have to wait. It just takes time for it to refresh here sometimes. Why is there only 93? Whatever. So similar. Part where I upload cards on ungraded card section, I do 100 photos at a time because it takes too long because sometimes it bugs out. It might be your PC thing. I wouldn't imagine it would be your, I can't imagine it would be your, internet. I would imagine that has to be your PC. Card Kingdom prices differently for Magic cards, but they buy direct from you, not selling to other people. Look at cards and earlier, and they had one listed $10 higher. Wow, what the hell? That's crazy. Kevin, what up? How's it going? You still download the Excel file when sifting from TCG player scan identify to adjust for 25 cents and more and scroll down. Yeah, I think it's easier to read when you do it on a CSV than it is. Oh, of course, now there are results of 100 now, and I just relisted the. Oh my God, eBay, why are you like this? Why are you like this, eBay? That's so annoying. So now I don't know what. My God, eBay. worst. You are the absolute worst. Which ones didn't get uploaded? We don't know because eBay's the worst. And it takes 45 years for it to go into the inactive listings. Well, that's fun. That's super fun. Okay, so son of a bitch. Fog lightly. That's so annoying. Is fog lightning at the end? Let's see. Of course it's not. That would only make sense. Oh, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I'm just going to stop messing with it before I break it even more. I'm just going to stop messing with it. I'm just going to keep breaking it. Do you list 500 cards, 1,000 photos, and do a card upload at a time without a problem? Thanks for the help. I don't do 500 cards at a time. I usually do no more than 100 or 50. So I don't do 500 cards, but you can. But TJ, glad to have some representation on my end of the spirituality spectrum in the TCG space. Yeah, there's a good amount. Reformed Collector was just recently in here in the chat. I don't know if he's still here, but he's also a Christian as well. Good thing you did it live on stream where there's no pressure whatsoever. Yeah, I know, right? Good thing I didn't have an audience when I made the dumbass mistake. Because that would have been embarrassing. All right, well, regardless, that's listed. Now we need to list this one. Did we already check for eBay duplicates for this one? We didn't. Mark 102 to revise. What the fuck? There's no way we already had all these listed. What did I do? Y'all, what the hell did I do? Unless we literally... That doesn't even make sense. There isn't even 100... Yeah, there are 103 cards. I'm so scared to click that because that doesn't sound right. You're telling me... What is happening? Oh, this is so... Oh, did we upload this? We didn't upload this. We did. Okay, we uploaded it. I'm stupid. We uploaded this already. We already uploaded this. Okay, I'm done. We already uploaded this. Okay, we don't need to do that again. Already been uploaded. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind. Y'all, tonight's not the night, clearly. We're doing great here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing fantastic. Was watching the video of you and TJ and I chuckled pretty good for It's Not Jesus flip tables about that kind of thing, talking about pumping the Radiant Jesus card. Yeah, yeah. Want that card in reverse hollow? Which card, Kevin? If you eat a large pizza for lunch, is it acceptable to make spaghetti for dinner? Absolutely, always. I was gonna make actually lasagna for dinner and I was gonna do it in a crock pot. I had this crock pot lasagna recipe I was gonna do tonight and try it out. Got everything for it. I bought groceries Thursday. Oh, I just peaked my mic like crazy. I need to probably turn down my mic. But I did, Thursday I did it and my meat was already bad, which was really annoying. So I was like, what the hell did I do? So we couldn't have lasagna, so I made chicken in a crock pot instead. Swear I saw the ability to price like X above TCG player price, or was that something else? Yes, you can, Jason. Let me show you. So right here, you can go prices, and then you can do fill from TCG player, and then you can do a price multiplier here. So bulk edit, prices, Phil from TCG Player, and you can change what you want. Yep. Tis doable. Every year is cool. Yeah. That is the thing. It's actually what I use and make prices 10 times faster. Yeah, that's probably what I should end up doing eventually. If you do duplicate eBay listings, it goes through all existing listings and adds the extra cards again. Yeah. Start an atheist Pokemon podcast. We can talk about all the things we don't believe in. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Nice. Now are we rocking the Sonic music? Sonic Pinball still gives me PTSD. Oh, I remember Sonic Pinball. I played that a lot on the GameCube because I played it in the Sonic collection. I had the Sonic games originally on the Sega, but they didn't play Sonic Pinball until the collection, I think. I don't think we ever owned Sonic Pinball. Lasagna in the crock pot. I saw it and I wanted to try it. I'm like, that sounds awesome. Because I didn't want to cook the noodles. And so, I don't know. Pulled pork sandwiches once, never again. The taste just isn't the same. Oh, I love a good crock pot meal. I love a good crock pot meal. When we get in some Phantom cooking show, never. I'm a terrible cook. That's why I like the crock pot. Pulled pork in a crock pot is great if you know how to make it. Use a dry rub on it. Yeah. Did save a bunch of time though, that's for sure. Yeah, that's why I like it. You just put it in and you're done. I want lasagna, I'm so hungry. Well, go get you some then. Go get you some Fazoli's. Does everybody have Fazoli's where they're at? Is that a like nationwide thing or is that an Indiana thing? No, I remember there was a Fazoli's in Tennessee. Go get you some Olive Garden, some Fazoli's, Fat Zoli's. What up, Shane? As a non-golfer, I am starting a podcast about how I never golf. Yup. All right, let me go get some water. I forgot I didn't fill up my water, so let me go get that. Then we'll get some Pokemon sifting started. We're going to sift through some Pokemon. Oh! What we're going to do is open this son of a bitch. Hell yeah. Got me a box of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was at the local game store, and the new set came out, and I said, I'll take one box, please. Thank you. Because they have full arts, and they are cool. And we could get Exodia, but it's a chibi Exodia, and it doesn't look as cool as the Exodia pieces. Yes, Kevin? What are you doing? You better not be working. Little Miss Missy, are you working? It is 7:37, Elise. You can't be working. How long are you going to be working for? No! I say instead, your son needs your sustenance. Not sustenance. What is the word I'm looking? Attention. And I think it sounds like, yeah, Kevin. I think it's a mother-son angle right now. I think we're at a mother-son angle right now. That's how you get. Go make her feel guilty, Kevin. Go sit over there and make her feel guilty. Yeah. Don't let her work, Kevin. I'm relying on you. Oh, Elise. She's a workaholic. I guess I'm technically working too. So I can't get on her too much. Technically, I'm at work. I mean, technically, I'm working, y'all. Technically. I miss Fazoli's. Fazoli's is good. Should we open the Yu-Gi-Oh box now, or should we open it at the end of stream? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. I would love to do rip and ships with Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't think anyone would purchase any Yu-Gi-Oh products to rip and ship. I would gladly rip and ship Yu-Gi-Oh. We used to have one. Fazoli's. You don't have one anymore? Heck, what up? I miss Fazoli's too, but I could also just go get it. I haven't had it in a while though. The breadsticks are fire. It's the only reason you should go. Made pizza sandwiches out of Hawaiian rolls for dinner. They are fantastic. That sounds great. Started selling on eBay 3 weeks ago. 300 plus orders, $1,000 sales, invested $1,000 on supplies, and another 1,000 on cards so far. 2,000 plus cards still listed. Been a great time so far. I love the videos. Hey, niece, that's awesome. That's a great start. 3 weeks and 300 orders. Holy cow, you're getting more than I am. At how many lists on TCG do you start noticing daily sales for bulk? TCG player or like just listing TCGs on eBay? Tame. Then on the East Coast, interesting. Rip it? All right, let's rip it. Let's get started opening some Yu-Gi-Oh. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is king of games. Let's do it. Why not? Let's open some Yu-Gi-Oh! On our Pokemon playmat. All right. Let me open the correct camera. We need Droid Cam. TCG player? It just kind of depends. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know the answer to that. I don't remember the exact time I was getting like consistent sales. I don't know. And it kind of depends. It's kind of one of those things you got to kind of keep feeding the beast. It's not like you like hit X amount and then now suddenly you start selling really well. It's more so like you need to just keep continuing to do it. So the answer is always be listed. Oh my God, look at that camera. Fantastic. Why does it... What is happening with this? Why is it that sometimes this scene just screws up? This scene just like constantly just messes up sometimes and I don't know why. I don't know what I did to make it do that. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's open some Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's hope we get some chibis. Some Starlight chibis. Oh, honestly, I don't even care about the chibis. I want a full art. That's all I care about. We can do this. There we go. Yeah. Pull the red 40. What's the red 40? I don't even know what's in this set, to be completely honest with you. Who's keeping Yu-Gi-Oh! Going? I swear I never see anyone play it around me. Yeah. It's played decent around in Indie. But yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to play it. I like to collect it, but that game is straight cancer. I don't understand how anyone understands how to play the game, to be completely honest with you. Are you guaranteed one per box? I don't think so, because I think my brother said he opened it and he didn't get a full art. But I might be wrong. I think that's only in the Japanese ones that you get guaranteed full arts. Or am I wrong? I hope there's a full art in every one of them. Becoming difficult to keep cards in stock, to be honest. Really? I turn on shipping over 5 now. I'm level 4 and I'm getting to 8 to 10 orders a day. That's awesome. That's a good problem. College we'd steal the spoons from the Fazoli's to mix epoxy. Oh my God. Becoming difficult to keep cards in stock. LA Regionals Meowth playmat. No, this isn't LA. Well, I mean, it was Indie Regionals. Fair enough. I want to primarily sell on eBay, but I don't have a scanner, so it takes a lot longer thinking photos. That's why I've TCG try to get scanned. Yeah, 100% tame. I mean, that's the way to do it. Just do TCG play until you get enough for the scanner. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was great during the original series. After that, I lost interest. Yeah, that seems to be what a lot of people... It was the same thing with me. Like, after the first few sets, it wasn't as interesting, but I still like opening it. So I think there's a secret, or whatever this is, in everything, and then the rest are ultra rares. So I think technically that's the hit of that pack, right? I don't remember the rarities. I already forgot them. How long has Yu-Gi-Oh! Been doing full arts? This is their second full art set, Pokemail. Red 40 is the Victini from... Oh, yeah. That's what I thought you meant, but I was like, wait, what? Retro formats are so fun. I need to try them, honestly. That would be fun. Arrow of the Regulus. Raiders Knight. The Hidden City, and Invoked Raid Gym. Chibi not full art, I meant? Oh, that's just this set, I think. Or wait, I don't know. I don't know if they've done other Chibi artwork. Honestly, I don't know, Matt. Yu-Gi-Oh! Might actually be a better card game than Pokemon. Oh, I would disagree wholeheartedly. I like playing Pokemon a hell of a lot more than I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I don't know about, well, even the artwork, I would say the same. But I'm a little biased. I think Pokemon's a lot easier to understand and play. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a hot mess express. Red Nova, Thorns of Violet Poison. Yo, can't even read that shit. Come on. I literally can't read it. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Dragunity, Knight, Arius. That's a cool card. Theo Realize, Overdrive. What are these names? Constellar Teller Knights. These names are wild. You guys gotta tell me if we get a hit, because I don't even know the hits in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. I mean, obviously if we get a full art, I'll know. Have you considered doing mass auctions on eBay to get rid of some stock that aren't moving as well? Not really, because you don't get unlimited auctions. But it's not a terrible idea. I'd be curious to see how it would do, honestly. Goat and Edison format have a good player base. That'd be fun to do, like a Goat or Edison format for sure. Hey, welcome. How's it going? Electric, your message got retracted. How are you gonna start ripping while I'm at the stove boiling my nudes? I'm sorry. Fairy Tale Rakta, Invoked Kaliga, Tyrus Keeper of the Genesis, Dragonuity, Divine Lance, and S-Force Bridgehead. I like getting some Bridgehead, you know what I mean? Anyway. Oh no, opening the set with a top hit is 1 in 8,000. 8,000? Is it actually 8,000? That's wild. Well, we're about to get it, so don't worry. This pack's got it. What's the biggest hit? The silver on the white was a good choice. Yeah, I know, right? Without a scanner currently at 10,000 listed on eBay, can be done, brother. All of my phone and card uploader. That's legit, but I don't know how I could do it. Mermail, Abyss, Gunda, Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, Teller Knight, Mayhem for Hire, and Resh Shadal Incarnation. Dude, I swear to God, if someone were just listening to this, they would think we're trying to summon the devil right now. What up, Papa? Next Yu-Gi-Oh! Chase card, Rudy Tooty, Fresh and Fruity. That sounds right. Getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Good luck with all that? Not really. I mean, we just opened... I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, I like collecting it, but I'm not like playing it. Stellar Knight, Triver. I just like the new set. I mean, I want to get some full arts, honestly. That's really why I'm opening it. Dragon Master Magia. It's the reason it's 1.5K. Good Lord. Starlight Overframe out of Rarity Collection 5 from a single blister pack. Pretty cool. That's awesome, McBride. Do you know which one? I pulled an Overframe. I opened a whole booster box and didn't pull an Overframe. And then I pulled an Overframe when I bought like 3 random booster packs from Target. And I was like, holy cow. Xeno Meteorus. Red Nova, another one. Fallen Angel in Darkness. That's a cool card. Shadal Fusion and Asceticism of the Six Samurai. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, go for it, but it's worth less than TP to buy open. Not the Rarity Collection 5, Papa. That's pretty good stuff. But there are 11 cards over $100, but Starlights are generally 2 to 3 per case. Yeah. I don't imagine we're going to get a Starlight Overframe. Wake up your elemental hero. All right, bet right here. Substitute, Shadow Weaver Knight 21, Saddlelark. Jesus Christ, these names. Saddlelark Knight Deneb, Theo Realize, and Mistaken Arrest. I like the Korean Yu-Gi-Oh boxes. They still reprint LOB and all the OG sets. Super fun to open. Yeah, I've done a few of those as well, Electric Gaming. You can get them pretty cheap. I was getting them for like 20 bucks a box back when it was still like fully in print, like the reprint of it. Looks like most of the hits have textures to them. Yeah. Well, not texture, but yeah. I mean, I guess if you count the words. But yeah, they're either all ultra rares, which is like you get 4 ultra rares. They've lost all meaning with their rarities, but it's ultra rare, and they're 4 of each in pack, and then a Starlight rare, I guess. Let's go! Summon Skull. Let's go. We got a chibi artwork. Let's go. Hell yeah. Don't know if that's worth anything, but that's pretty cool. Theo Realize, Liberation, and Gateway of the Six. Is that our hit of the box? Is that how that works? Is that our hit of the box? That's pretty sick. Yu-Gi-Oh is always one of the best sets to box break and sell within the first couple weeks. Never hold it. Yeah, for sure. It always goes down. There's a scanner app for Riftbound. I don't know of one. I mean, I think Card Uploader does it. Not everything has to be about value. You can open something for fun. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I do enjoy opening it for fun. Thanks for going live. Makes it easier for me to stay focused and live. Hell yeah, Blake. I'm glad I can help. And Fab is everything gets reprinted into the dust so fast. Hold the bag. Yeah. Remember when foiled title text meant something? I know, right? Remember when Ultra Rare was Ultra Rare? Transient? Yeah. A Summon Skull is sick, yeah. Were Toons the original chibis? That's a good question. Poisonous, I love the Toon cards. Good old Pegasus. Invoked. Ogoides? Oh, guy, what the fuck? How do you... Ogoides? Ogoides? What the... Exo Sister Betray... These names. The Yu-Gi-Oh! What are we doing here? This is Battle of Legends set. Think of it more like a specialty set in between main expansion sets. All cards are either ultra rare or secret rare or strong. Yeah, for sure. Dude is hung, confirmed. It's true, Alan. How hung? We don't know. Summon Skull Chibi looks like a $30 card. Let's go! We both paid for half the box. Graph? What? Guys. Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami, listen, Konami. If we can barely fit the name of the card in between a card to the point where we have to make the text almost smaller, can we change the name? Does it have to be, can it just be Graph? What if this guy was just named Graph? What if we just called him Graph? Why don't we just call him Graph? Instead of Graph, male branch of the burning abyss. Come on, what are we doing here? Mermail, it's a merman. Rishadal Wendikaruhu. Zora the Magistus Conflagrant Calamity. What are we doing, Konami? What are we doing? Vipers are venomous, not poisonous. Oh my god. Okay, Starlight, Dark, Magician, and Blue Eyes. The Blue Eyes is a PCG right now. Hell yeah. Nice. It's exactly how I'd sound opening these packs. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! You need to know your Latin, right? Right? Asmoran Mode. Oh my god. Tell me that's not a real card. Can't call them Graph because they will have 9.99. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem. Heaven forbid we make more than one archetype. Look. Oh yeah, we pulled a card we can definitely read. Dragunity Knight Ascalon. Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Of course, you guys, if you didn't know, that's Xyz. It's not XYZ, because of course it's not, you fucking idiot. Barricade Borg Blocker. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, Konami, we love you and we hate you at the same time. Also can only fit the knight in the title light? Yeah. Wild. Wild work. Wild work from the kids. Gagaga Illusion. First Striker Advantage. Surprise. Hey, that's some kind of rarity. That's a different rarity. Is this the collector rare? Surprise Fusion. Is that our hit of the box, technically? The music is the background is fire. Where is it from? This is Sonic. Sonic 1, 2, and 3 is the soundtrack. I think this is Sonic 1. This is when he fights, when you get in a battle with Dr. Robotnik. El Shaddai and Anoyatilis. Oh my god. Ghost Fairy Elphobia. Queen. Why is this? Come on. You can do this. You can do this, camera. There we go. Queen Dragoon Jin and Theo Realize Liberation. Oh wait, that was a hit. And Beta Evolution Pill Ultra Ascendance. I'm too sober to attempt any of these names. Yeah, imagine. Imagine you're 4 drinks deep into this pack. Second rose for the name. Don't give them ideas. Well, you already have way too small. Look at the look. Let me read to you guys what this card does. Target one face-up monster you control, then declare one monster type and one attribute. That monster becomes that type and attribute. Then you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck. Using monsters you control, including that monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard, tribute one fusion monster, and if you do, special summon 2 surprise tokens. Spellcaster Dark attack, 0 defense, 0 attack. With the same level as the tributed monster had on the field. You can only use the effect of surprise fusion once per turn. I understood some of those words. Continuing on. That's every single goddamn card in Yu-Gi-Oh! What happened? What happened, Yu-Gi-Oh? Where do we lose the plot? Yo, that thing is sick. That's what's crazy is their artwork is gorgeous. Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, that thing is gorgeous. League of Legends Spaghetti and Yugi ripping and we having boys? Hell yeah. Where's my empty jar deck list? Feel like Konami gets a kick out of torturing people? I think they do. That activated my pot of green, allowing me to draw 2 cards. That's a $250 card, but that spell card you pulled is 40. Wow, what the hell? Okay. Can you explain Surprise Fusion again? Yeah. So what happens is you play the card, and then you just throw your deck at somebody. That's what you do. You play this card, and then you take your deck, and you just chuck it at the face of your opponent. And then you smack them across the face and say, stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't make any fucking sense. Stop acting like it makes sense to you. It doesn't. That's how you play it. That's how the card is played. Zap Moosting. Dracunity Divine Wind, El Shadal Fusion, Drago Tail Sting, and Zora the Magista Conflagrant Calamity. I activate Glaucomus Prime with the quick reload. Seems legit to me. You can still lie because of the unique gameplay. I mean, that's fair, I guess. I guess that argument can certainly be made. I mean, those that like it really like it, which all the power to them. I tried to get into it. I learned it a decent amount, played Master Duel, and then I just got to the point where I'm like, I'm playing 700 cards per turn, and I don't know what the fuck is going on in my own deck, and I sure as hell don't know what the hell is going on in somebody else's deck. And that was after like 20 hours of gameplay, so I was just like, you know, nah. I played enough League and learned way too much of that game. So I was like, I don't need another game that I need 700 hours in to start to understand the game. But I do like the cards because they're cool. I will say I do enjoy the cards. I do enjoy the cards. Gotta have a PhD in Adderall to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Judge. My first and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Box is the 25th Anniversary Collection 2 box. I'm still down $20. It's going to be 20-year hold, I think. Nice. Yu-Gi-Oh! From what I understand, the booster boxes aren't even worth holding on to, right? Unless it's like the old stuff. How every card name is like 1 noun and 6 adjectives. Yeah. Are you going to eBay these or make it a deck, or what's the plan with these? Just hang on to them, really. Maybe eBay them. I don't know. I just like to look at them. I just want a full art, honestly. But I think that was our hit, so I don't think we can get a full art. I think this card was our hit, so we can't get a full art. I have seen that about the 1,000 deck card. Yeah, I've seen that, yeah. That's pretty funny. Oh, no. I had 700 League hours like the first year I played it. Oh, God, no. No, I've got, God, I don't even want to think of how many hours I have in that game. Got to be over 5,000. Exo Sister Martha. Fairy Tale Rella. Overtuning. Black Brut Drago. Witch's Strike. What's your highest rank in League? I never really did ranked. I don't know, silver probably. I don't think I ever even got gold. I never really played ranked. I only ever played non-ranked. Can't stand ranked in League. Mostly because when I was playing League, they didn't even have flex queue. It was only solo queue. So it was either solos or fives. And we always had fives, but we never played ranked. So I never really played ranked. I probably, in the years and years and years I played League, I would be surprised if I had over 200 solo queue games or ranked games in general. Never really played it. Scram! No, I'm sorry. Skarm, because that's English. Male branch of the Burning Abyss. Galaxy Eye Cypher X Dragon. Like, look at that artwork. That is so sick. Arrive in light. Mayhem for hire. 100% the hit. That's what I thought. Yeah. You look like a singed main. I wasn't. I was not a singed main. Never really got into singed too much. Let's see if you guys can guess my league main. The problem is, it's switched over the years. But I have enough mains that you should be able to guess one of them. So I'll let you guys keep guessing with my main. Magispector Unicorn Kirin. Oh, we got another chibi. Elvazar Lagia. Hell yeah, I got another chibi. That's cute. Beta and Statue of Anguish pattern. So for 9,000. Scram had me rolling. I'm a Kog'Maw main. Nice. I love me some Kog'Maw. Just sit there and shoot everything from a mile away. Akali, nope. Nope, not Shaco, not Teemo. I will say I started as a jungler, then I moved into ADC, and I finished in support. That'll help you a little bit more. This guy, Def plays mid. I'm going TF. No, I definitely, that was the role I played the absolute least of, was mid. It's just funny that you say that. Say Teemo unsub block. No, it's not Teemo. Penetration Fusion. Oh, I thought it was the same thing. Adrius. Asceticism, Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. Zach, Razor. Razor, that was my second ever main. It was one of my mains, was Zach. My second ever main. Right after my first main in the jungle, which was Evelyn. Back when she used to be always invisible, not just level 6 bullshit. She was always invisible. I watched a League Pro game and I was like, wait a minute, there's a champion that's just always invisible? What the hell? And in low elo, it just shit. And I wouldn't play her tank, none of that bullshit. Now I think you usually play her AP, but I was playing her AP before no one played her AP. So I would just show up and just smack my ult on somebody and then just kill them. And it was lovely. Oh my God, I loved it so much. Yep, Zach is son. You know what got me into Zach was watching League and watching Meteos play Zach. He got me hooked. And I didn't even like C9. I was a TSM fan, but I liked watching him play Zach. Stellar Nova Binding. Last pack Magic. I was in a Moo main when I played Rift. Rumble every opponent opportunity in ARAM. Yeah. Rumble's fun in ARAM. Rumble is very fun in ARAM. I did used to play a Moo too. Loved a Moo. Jungle Jhin, Sejuani, Warwick. I played a good amount of Sejuani. Dude, you remember Warwick with, what was the lantern? Wiggle Lantern or something like that? That was broken. I'm a Singed main, nice. No, I played jungle, then I moved to ADC, played Caitlyn. Actually, Caitlyn was my true first main. Caitlyn, because we used to go Caitlyn Ashe bot lane before Ashe was ever considered a support lane. Support champ. Caitlyn, Lucian, and Ezreal. And then I ended up in support, and that's what I play the most if I play League, which I don't really play League anymore. But I play Thresh, Blitz, Nautilus, any hook champs. Any hook champs, I'm happy. Empire of Endymion. Card Destruction. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's an old card, right? Dragon Ravine. There it is. There's the booster box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Our biggest hit, Surprise Fusion. Apparently it's a $40 card. I should sell it. Because I have zero desire to keep whatever the hell this is. It brings me zero joy. So we sell it. Taking offers. $40 card apparently on the market. I will sell it to one of you lucky few for $75. Because I'm just that generous. You know what I mean? I'm just that nice of a guy. No, I'm just kidding. If anybody actually wants this card, let me know. I will gladly sell it to you for market. Maybe even a little below market, because I'll probably never get around to listing it. So if you want it below market, hit me up. Because I will never get around to listing that thing. It will sit there until it's worth $5. Because they will probably reprint it 7,000 more times until it's not worth anything, if it hasn't already been reprinted a bunch. All right, let's get the camera set up and get to some sifting. Let me get my desk set up for some sifting action. Alrighty. Enemy. Let's do this. There we go. That's better. There we go. Is that deadass a $40 card? Apparently, according to the chat. Love me a good blitzcrank. Nothing like ripping someone through a wall and watching them give up. Yes, it's the best. When I felt like trolling, it was Mundo. Oh, I love Mundo. If I went top lane, I went Mundo. Mundo! He's the best. We have a bunch more code cards. Okay, let me tell you. Guys, I was going to use these code cards for myself, but then I realized as I started playing Pokemon again, Pokemon Pocket, or not Pocket, whatever it is, TCG Live, whatever. Yeah, when you do enough of these code cards, you get like trade-in credit. So I can basically, and I already have enough trade-in credit on my account that I could basically get any card I could ever want. And I haven't even used any of the code cards we have. So if anybody wants an exceedingly large amount of code cards, let me know because I have no use for them. And I don't know anyone that buys them, so yeah. What a bop. You read it on live on stream, and I'm still confused on what it does. So is everybody else that plays the game. Did you just jungle invade with Blitz? Oh, of course. If you load into a game with Blitzcrank, or any hook champion for that matter, and you don't invade, you don't deserve to play the game. You shouldn't be playing the game. Honestly, I invade no matter what. I don't care who we have. I'm getting in that jungle. You best believe. You best believe. We are going in there, and we're going to kill them or be killed, and there's no way. The game is going to be over in 2 minutes, whether we like it or not, whether we win or not. I want the game to be decided within the first 60 seconds of the game. Also, speaking of which, I played League for the first time in a really, really long time with my buddies over the weekend. I went to invade. Jungle camps and everything spawns like within a minute now. So there's like no time to even invade, which is stupid as hell. That makes me sad. The stuff spawns way too quick. You can't even do anything. Code cards as an add-on on my Pokemon orders on eBay. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Derek, what up? How's it going? I have around 1,000 and they only sell for cents. Thinking about throwing them all into my account. Chat, what do you think? Into your, yeah, I mean, you could. If the problem is you only need so much. Like you really don't, unless you play a lot of the game and build like every deck you want. Even then, like I have so much trade-in credits for it that I'm just like, when would I ever need to use more code cards? And that's a good thing. Like they genuinely are like very generous in that game. You actually can't even spend money. If you guys didn't know, you can't spend money in Pokemon Trading Card Live. You can't spend money other than the code cards, which you know you have to buy packs for or obviously get it for somebody. But that's pretty cool. Like they are super generous in that game mode, so it's a good problem to have. Do it. Do it. Do you sift your holo, reverse holos from modern Pokemon bulk or just list it all? Oh, I don't list it all. Drew. No, I don't list it all. I definitely sift it. Definitely gets sifted. 100%. Modern bulk sells, but it sells really slow. And you have to have a lot of it listed to get it to sell well. And even then, it's just like, the amount of sales that you get is so minuscule that like it just doesn't make sense to me to list a bunch of modern bulk. Maybe some of the artwork stuff, but once you have that, why is this energy card in a penny sleeve? What the hell? Yeah, I haven't played a real game in a long time, just TFT now for funsies. I never got into TFT. I have some buddies that play it, but I never got into that game mode. I played it a few times and I was like, don't understand the appeal, but to each their own. I love that game. Got me back into playing. Yeah, it's pretty solid. They do a pretty good job with it. I will say with Pokemon, with this game, it needs to be faster. It's so slow. And like your opponent, if your opponents are slow, you're just like, come on. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. That's the worst when you're playing somebody and they just take like 2 minutes per turn. You're like, come on, brother. That's my biggest gripe with playing. I'm just like, man, a game takes so long and the animations are long and people take a long time to do things, and it's just like, man, it feels like you're just sitting there for hours. Like one game could take like a good 20, 30 minutes, and I'm just like, man, it really shouldn't take this long. But it's fun. I do enjoy it. Have been playing it more, and I have been enjoying it. I'm unfortunately, oh my God, this Litten PSA 10. PSA 10, honestly. I have been enjoying it. I've been playing a Dragapult deck, which I know is a boring deck that everyone hates, but it's just the one they gave me. And I was able to finish it really easily. So I just started doing that because I really want to learn like multiple decks. So I was just like, if I play it, I'll learn what's good about it and what I need to do. And I've already played it enough to where like I played a mirror match. And somebody got their Dragapult out, and I was like, okay, or their Dreepy out, and then evolved it into a Dracloak, and I was like, okay, I know I need to take out that Dracloak like as soon as possible. So I made a move to where I took out their Dragapult by doing something that wasn't like the smartest way to do it, but I knew that if I took theirs out, I could get mine up quicker, and that's exactly what happened, and they basically gave up right when I got rid of their Dracloak. So I was like, all right, that was easy. So just like playing decks to learn like why it works is the way I plan on doing it right now. It's PSA 10 until you took it out of the sleeve. You're right, you're right. My greatest Grandpappy's Darkness Energy. It's a family heirloom. I'm so sorry. They need to standardize the build and battle as a normal format. That would be pretty cool. They have build and battles in that game mode, right? Like you can play build and battle in that. I've never tried it though. I know they've got it as one of the options to play though. Live needs work. Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I bet they make dummy money on Pocket right now. I bet they make such stupid money on that stupid game. And they don't make any money on Live in theory. But it's just to get people that want to play the game to play the game. But it would be nice if it was a little bit more streamlined. Still pretty cool though. I really enjoy it. I thought they were going to change these code cards when Pocket came out to where it would be for Pocket. I wish it was, but they aren't going to do that because they know that they can make more money by charging people for the Pocket. Which is exactly why I don't play Pocket. My buddies played it when it was out, and I was just like, nah. It's just going to force you to spend money for you to have a good time. No, thank you. That's an error card, right? Wait, what? Where? The ripped card? I wish. Unless you saw an error, energy, or code card. Everyone boo this man. Wait, what'd I do? What'd I say? This man is either Dragapult or Playpult. Yeah, Beatpult or Playbolt. Yeah, exactly. I'm in a festival lead, man. It's a great deck. I've not played against that yet. I need to try. I need to keep playing it. with a Rapska deck that halts the Pult deck pretty well. Oh, that's pretty cool. See, that's what I want to do is learn other decks. Like, I wanted to play this deck because I knew that it was the deck everyone played. So I was like, okay, if I play it, I'll learn how to beat it. And that'll be kind of fun. So, yeah, we'll see. It's either, I've only ever seen Dragapult or, oh my god, why can't I think of it? It's Froakie. Greninja. I've only seen Greninja and Dragapult decks. That's all I've played against. Oh my god. We have another PSA 10, guys. Another PSA 10. Fantastic. So do the code cards just give you like a digital pack? Yep. And then when you get duplicates after a certain amount, you start to get these credits that go to your account that you can use to trade in for any card. And that's why the code cards start becoming like useless after you play for enough and after you open enough packs. Oh my god, these are so damaged. Because you get so much trade credit stuff that you really don't need it. I mean, I guess if you want to have like the cute ones that are like full arts and stuff, maybe you would have to use it more, but even then, I don't know. Or maybe you can't even trade in for those? I don't know, I've never tried. Maybe that's how they regulate it a little, where you can't trade for those. You have to actually open the packs. Wouldn't know. I don't need my stuff to look purty. Because the way I look at it is like, I'm not going to build a really cool looking deck on the game, because if I ever play the actual game in person and go to like a locals and I build that deck, I'm not going to have those nice cards to play with. So I wouldn't want to play with it online because it's going to throw me off, I feel like. So that's the way I see it, at least. But I do want to go to a locals eventually and play in a locals. I've done a pre-release event, but I've never done locals. What am I doing? I'm swapping stacks. Also, DJ Live is made by TCG and his pocket is made by TBC. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Dragapult deck, yeah, I got you. I've been playing Mega Charizard X EX deck. Is that still a thing? I think I was playing that before. After 4 of the same card. Yep. The ladder rewards also give you so much stuff that code cards are worthless. Yep. You can trade for the full arts, but it's only like after like 30 days. Oh, interesting. Good to know. Okay, last little bit, and then we'll be done with these energy and code cards. I don't even really need to do this, to be completely honest. This is probably not worth my time, but I feel like I got to. I have to. Technically, I have somebody that buys energies for $10 per 1,000, which is kind of crazy. So, but they don't buy code cards, I don't think. So, no benefit to getting that. So technically, every energy card we pull out of this is an extra penny. A whole penny. And we like pennies. Oh, do we like pennies? I'm so excited, guys. I have we just ordered it, and it came in today, but I didn't have time to set it up. I bought a window unit for my upstairs for the air conditioning, and I'm so ready to set it up because it is so hot up here and so annoying. I think my air conditioning is probably not going to last through the year. Probably going to have to replace our air conditioning in the next year or two, and but it's been brutal upstairs, so I bought an upstairs unit, and that'll help with the air conditioning anyway. So you know what? Probably need to buy it. It'll be good. It'll help our main air conditioning not have to pump all the time. So we bought one. So now we have one, and we just have to set it up. So that is tomorrow evening's plan. You could also trade the... Okay, yeah. 2 pennies if you had left that on the little sleeve. You're right. You're right. What was I thinking? You know what they do with their bulk? With your bulk? Yeah. Oh, that's a reverse hollow. Yeah, they make lots. They sell them like on Walmart or Amazon or something. I don't know what website specifically they sell on, but yep, they make lots. Most of these guys that are buying for like a lot more per thousand than your normal people and want to have like massive quantities are doing some kind of lots. Honestly, I need to get in the lot game, but I need automation for that. It wouldn't be worth doing manually. We'll be doing something like that, I'm sure, eventually. Eventually, when we get into the automation game, we'll be doing our own lots. So, in theory, I should just probably hold on to all my Pokemon bulk, but it's endless. When we get to that step, we'll get to buying it. Bulk is endless. That's what's nice. There's always plenty of bulk to go around. I want to know, and I probably have, I want to know if there's bulk that I've gone through that I've seen more than once. Like I sold it to somebody who then repacked it, who then opened it, and then sold it, and then it somehow got to me. I bet there are some cards that have done that. They've gone through the system and back around to me. How do you get rid of your energy cards? Someone buys them for me. Someone I know buys them from me. That's how I get rid of them. If you have any questions on HVAC, let me know what I do full time. Oh, really? Wilby, do you have any recommendations for Windows units, even though I already bought mine? I bought one of those U-shaped ones. That's like I don't know. My brother-in-law is like, I called him. I was like, you know anything about these? He's like, yes, I've had like a obsession with them for the past like year. I know all about them. And so he like told me which one to buy. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy that one. So yeah, that's what I did. But I don't know if it's actually a good one or not. But he told me those U ones are good because they're pretty efficient and they're quiet, which I need. I need the peace and quiet. Medea, yes, I bought a Medea. Mm-hmm. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I hope it's a good thing. You go here, and you will go here. There we go. We have a row and a half of code cards, a row and a half of energies, and that's great. And now they're finally all done. All right. There we go. Okay, now we can get to actually sifting. See if we can find some actually cool cards. This is trash. Oh, what did... There and back again, and it's a Bulk's tail, yeah. The U ones are quiet. That's nice. Exactly. Yep, that's what I wanted. I made lots of 21 for $6 on eBay. You think that's reasonable? Like 21 cards for $6? Yeah, that seems, I mean, if it sells, they're nice because they're inverters. Right. It's a good thing they're a large manufacturer. Yes, Matt. Yeah. That's what he said. Something about inverters. I don't know what that means. But yeah, he said something about, my brother-in-law used a lot of terms that I'm like, yep, I definitely understand what you're talking about. And I didn't understand a word he was saying. And he just said, I said, can you just tell me which one to buy? And he said, yep. And he sent me a link, and that's what I bought. And that is the whole story. That is the whole kit and caboodle. Zora. Also, wait. Check out what I found in bulk already. I don't know how much these are actually worth. Somebody might be able to tell me. I've put them all in top loaders. I would love to hold on to them for a while because I think they're cool and are going to get more and more rare as time goes on. And one of them we found in this bulk lot. Check them out. Those right there are Ditto Numels and a Ditto Bidoof. And it's a Camilla artwork. So I don't know what these are worth, but I put them in top loaders to keep them safe. They're probably all lightly played, but still pretty cool to find in bulk. Definitely some cool ones to find in bulk. I don't know what they're up to now, though. I think the Noobles were going for like 15 bucks or something like that before. I don't know if they're still going for a decent amount. Ramps up and down instead of just being on or off. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you sort specific artists out too? I'll pull out like Camille artworks or Yukimori or Ito. Yeah, I'll take some of those. Sao. Speaking of which, sometimes I'll pull the Saos if I can actually remember to see them. Saos aren't as like standoutish to me, but when I do actually see them, I try to pull them out as well. I know the Eevee from Evolving Skies has gone up in price apparently, which is weird. I don't know if it is back down already. Numos are like 24. Wow. They're like $5? Well, that's a change. I hope to find those. Yeah, they're pretty cool. 1 month or so ago, I started pulling artist names in the titles through Card Uploader. I generally feel like it increased sales. I need to do the same thing, honestly. I need to do the same thing. I was thinking it's 18 for LP for Numal. That's pretty good. But it was 26 and Numal's 21.50. Wow. Okay. So that was like 60 bucks right there. That's pretty good. I will take it. I bought them for a whopping 4 cents. I try to pull the Black Star rares as well, if I can see them and I recognize that they're rares. But yeah, just gonna pull a little bit of everything. But I have enough pulled in Sword and Shield now that I feel like I don't really need to pull a ton more. But it just depends. Put in common, uncommon in the title, in my opinion. Yeah. I should probably be doing that. Can you have it to where it does it automatically? EV card is $8 for the reverse. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. Roar. Spinner rack is $16.50. That's crazy. Yukimori, Asita Ito, and Tomokazu Kamiya. Yeah, my Mori's selling crazy. Even without the artwork, without the artist in the title, which I should probably be doing, but even without it, those sell so well for me. Just does incredibly well. Oh, nobody's collecting 5-band graphic cards that still goes in the title. Interesting. Definitely I was doing manually before, but now I just do it for every artist listening through Card Uploader. Oh, you can change it automatically. Okay, then I probably should be doing that. I've been debating so hard between TCG Player for bulk or eBay. Do you have a scanner, Skadoosh? Always make sure it goes the into. I can't prove that helps, but my brain says it does. Yeah. I think most of us are pro eBay, but not anti-TCG Player here. Yeah. Most of us are doing eBay, but that doesn't mean we are against TCG Player. But you're going to be probably hearing pretty pro eBay things around these parts. This happened last time. These cards are like stuck together. Okay, they're nothing good, but I'm not gonna keep them because they're trash. I was make sure if it goes in the top end too. I can't. Okay, yeah, I caught that. Show me the money, Tom Cruise. Hell yeah, Virtue. Welcome. Show me the money. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen that full movie. Good old Tom Cruise. What a guy. What a pal. Did you guys see in my video? Did I talk about them? Yeah, I did. Someone said I sold them a fake card. And then they sent me a picture of their magnifying glass. Because they said if you use a magnifying glass, you can see the black ink in between the cards. And they tried to send the picture and it was not black ink. And they were saying that means it's a fake card. And I was like, man, you can just have it. It's a $5 card. And I can almost guarantee no one faked a $5 card. But who knows? Maybe it was. Maybe it was fake, but I was just like, okay. Oh, we did. We're rich. We're fucking rich. How much does the non-hollow go for? Oh my God. Oh my God, we're rich. Holy shit, we're rich. We are rich. Oh my, I cannot believe we're rich now. I can't believe how much. Someone get a penny sleeve. Someone get a top loader. Somebody get a safe. We pulled the Eevee. We need to put it in a safe. Okay, let me see. No scanner yet? Yeah, the TCG players probably. Add artist to the structure? Yeah. Build money to the scanner? Yeah, yep. Change the game for me, 29,000 since February. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Mostly bulk. Has anyone heard any more about those crazy shipping changes to eBay? I haven't. It's one platform, very little interaction, but I like the idea of baking the shipping costs into the cards. Yeah. See all the Jason Page stuff going on? I did. I don't know if I've caught any of the updates to it, but I did hear about all of it. You know, isn't it just like, I'm not saying, I've always heard sketchy things about that guy, but it's just like, are we just taking a YouTuber's word who is taking a kid's word at this happening, you know? I don't know if there's been any updates, but it's not surprising, and I certainly don't put it past that guy. But it kind of does concern me that we're like, yeah, we're just going to believe a child who, from a YouTuber's perspective. You know, I don't know. It just seems a little like, it probably happened, but I'm not willing to say for sure. He certainly doesn't have a very good reputation, that's for sure. He's not well liked in the community. For probably good reason. Probably for good reason. Magikarp is sick. I don't even care. I'm going to keep it. Let's see. Bet it all on red. Hell yeah. 90 cents. We're so rich. The full top loader. Yup. Non-machinable. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy that I got that message. You need to ship it exactly how I can almost guarantee y'all. I can almost guarantee y'all I'm going to get a negative review. That's going to be my first negative review. I can just see it. Or at least I'm going to be asked for a refund. I can just tell. I can just tell. Started with bulk, got to about 2,000 and started buying collections. Absolutely snowball. I'll tell you right now, it's going to ramp up a lot more for you soon. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm trying to do with the collection stuff. Jason did a non-apology video and linked his store in the video. Oh, no. That sounds right. He admitted to doing the trade, but is still arguing that they did better on the trade than he did. Wow. Wow, that's criminal. That is criminal. That is so funny. He's like, yeah, I did it, but it was actually a good thing, actually. I stole from this child, but it was actually a good thing. Didn't he give him a fake card? Wasn't it a fake card? Like, it was just like a fan-made card or whatever? How is that a better trade for the kid? I don't even... Well, there you go. We don't have to, we believe the kid. That's fair. That is so funny. That is so funny. Not that you shouldn't believe children. I'm just saying I don't love the idea of just taking one person's word on it. Taking one person's word who they are taking one person's word for it and treating it as fact is more so my issue. Less of taking a child's word. Oh, let's see. 30 delivered on Friday. Seller immediately contacted me because the envelope was open on the side and 15 cards removed from the envelope. Oh, no, that sucks. That's ridiculous. They are known liars. You want in a top loader non-machine? Fuck you, pay me extra. That's what I'm saying. Why apologize when you can double down? Yeah, that's a good point. You bring up a valid point. Why apologize when you could, just not? Ever thought of that? Damn, why didn't I think of that one? But everyone's still wanting me to apologize for the starting from $0, but not really. So, one of those things. It's just one of those things. Yay, Scarlet Violet cards that I can sift through really quickly because I don't ever pull anything out of Scarlet Violet. Yeah, that's funny. You want me to ship it the way you want me to ship it, then you can pay extra. It's like saying hey, I'm going to buy a $5 card, but I want you to ship it in a package. Thanks. It's like, no, you don't get to dictate that. Why do you think you get to dictate that? Why do you think you get to dictate how a seller sells a card? Like, what? If it shows up to your door, why the fuck do you care? Some buyers, dude. The audacity. It was an AGS grading promo card with a signature on it. Grading promo. It was an AGS promo that wasn't sanctioned by TCG in the least. The fake signed and graded card. Yeah, him signing it just damaged the card. It's fucking useless. His signature might actually be worth less than mine. And you know how much mine is worth? Absolutely fucking nothing! So it tells you how much his is worth. Paul, you are now no longer the only one with my signed card. One of my viewers asked me, when they bought me from my eBay store, they asked if I could sign their card. And I was like, yes, I guess, that's fine. I don't love the idea of signing cards because it just hurts my soul that I'm damaging a card. But sure. Sure. I will oblige. But the added value of his $100 signature, I know, right? Up to just about 1,500 listings now. Hey, yeah, that's awesome, Crondo. Hell yeah. Moist did a video on it. It was hilarious. I need to watch it. I love Moist videos. Signed Fortress for $2,000. It's probably worth double. His signature is worth maybe more than Jason Payne didn't start from zero. That's what I'm saying. Market value tanking. You're right. I've tanked your investment. Throw it away. It's worthless now. What was a one of two is now, or one of one is now a one of two. It's useless. Throw it in the trash can. All right, I don't need to pull any more of these. I've pulled enough. I'm just gonna, if it's not older than Sun and Moon, I'm just not gonna pull it. And I don't think any of these are gonna be older than Sword and Shield. But you never know. But I'm gonna go a little quicker through this. This barrel card with Smeargle in it's adorable. I'm listing that. I say I'm not going to pull any more, and I start pulling more. I can't not take out the Pikachus. You know what I mean? They're Pikachus. Charmander! a custom card that makes the value go up exponentially. Yeah. You sign your real name? No, I signed Phantom. The Gengar was HP to damage too. Wait, what now? The one that he traded him? That the kid traded for? Wait. So what? Wait. Back up. Are we saying that the trade is actually okay now? I mean, it's just a fake card for what is? You guys are saying words. What's AGS? I don't even know what that is. What's AGS? Trading still bad. Okay. So you're saying that the YouTuber though was saying it was worth more than it actually was? Is a grading company. Oh, interesting. Why is a grading company making a Pokemon card? So it's just like, I mean, anyone could make a fake card. How would that be worth? And was it an AGS 10? How are they allowed to make a fake card? I mean, most people that do fake cards are just some randos. Why would a grading company be allowed to make a fake card? Who allowed that one to go through? They're saying robo grading. AGS is apparently the third biggest grading company behind PSA and CGC, according to Page. According to Jason Page? Yeah, of course he would say that. It was absolutely an AGS 10. Of course it was. Promotional card to promote AGS, and yes, it was a 10. Of course it was. How convenient. Wait, you're telling me. Wait. You're telling me they came out with a card and gave themselves a 10? I'm shocked. I bet there was so many 9s. How did they get a 10? That's crazy. What are the odds of them getting a 10? The grading is a scam. I kind of agree with Moist. Grading is a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's the market and people buy them, which I don't understand the idea of it, but to each their own. But this shit's a scam. PSA literally is in bed with itself. AGS makes their own damn cards now, I guess. I don't even... What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we fucking doing? Yes, they showed a close-up of the Gengar card. It was a beat to shit. So it wasn't worth as much as the vendor was saying. That sounds about right. This is exactly why I don't like the idea of taking some random YouTuber's word for it. Are y'all doing something? Elise? I hear Kevin walking around. They must be about to go do something. He's getting riled up. You get a PSA to slab. It has non-authentic. Yeah. I was going to start by grading plays, but when PSA shut down, I was like, nah, yeah. Graded cards are for people who chase perfection and have too much money in their pockets. Yeah. Scams are us, PSA. For high-end cards, it gives people peace of mind, which with all the tech nowadays to make fakes, probably a good thing. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anyone's worried that they're, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I understand the original appeal of it. And can even get behind the original appeal of it. What I don't like is what it's turned into. With PSA literally just selling their own cards, which just seems so fucked up. That there's no way they aren't doing shady shit. And you just have to, I guess, trust that they're not. I don't like that at all. I think that is really sus. Never been a fan of that idea, but it's the market. You got to kind of play the game. I get it, and I'm sure I'll play the game, but I don't understand the appeal. I don't understand the appeal. But to each their own. But alas, I am not the target market. Scams to make good games. Scams to make good games. All these dudes talking great and I'm just talking raw. Scams make good things. Scams. I'm gonna go check downstairs real quick. Be right back. These dudes scamming and they ain't using. I don't know what to work with that. I can't get one to work with that. What are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, you're walking? Oh, okay. I cannot. Bring everybody along. Well, I don't think I would have to walk within the Wi-Fi, so that's not gonna work. Bring it with me. Bring the Wi-Fi with me. Let's just grab the modem, because that's how it works. Well, have fun. I will say that the vendor is in a band, so it does make it a little bit more believable. Is that sarcasm? What does being in a band have to do with anything? I pulled some Lorcana fire. Hell yeah, nice, Clay. Well, they don't sell cards, they sell ours for us. Why does everyone think their own cards? They own cards. They don't sell cards, they sell ours for us. I don't know what that means, Dawn. Selling them for you or selling their own doesn't mean it's still not a conflict of interest. Because do they get money for selling your cards? If the answer is yes, they are still making profit on the grades that they have an incentive to make higher for their own benefit. It's still a conflict of interest. PSA doesn't own any cards. Do they make money from the cards they sell? I would imagine the answer to that is yes. And then it's still a conflict of interest. If I were able to guarantee, if I made a card game and I started selling this card game to you, hell, let's start a grading company. Fuck it. If I start a grading company tomorrow and say, holy shit, this coughing's a PSA 10 that you just sent me. I'm going to give you a 10. But then you're going to say, hey, sell that for me. And I'm going to say, sure, I'll sell it to you, but I want a percentage. And you say, sure. So then I sell it. I make $10 on it. And I could make $5 if I give it a 9, but I could get $10 if I give it a 10. You see what I mean? That's a conflict of interest. Time to play the game. Oh, absolutely. They're definitely buying back 9s, regrading them as 10s, and then selling them. See, I've heard some issues with that, and I don't know if I would go that far. I don't think they need to. That's the thing. I don't think they need to. They've already got the. They don't need to. They don't need to scam. They take your money to grade, take more money to upcharge, buy your card for less than it's worth, and sell it again. Essentially 3 transactions on every card. Dude, because the minimum is a time between you and PSA. Anyone here ever upcharged? Show of hands. Anyone here ever been upcharged? Show of hands. I mean, it doesn't matter whether or not somebody here has been upcharged. I mean, we don't even need to talk about upcharging. Let's not change subjects here. We're talking about the conflict of interest. There's no way you can argue that there isn't a conflict of interest, right? I mean, surely we could agree on that. I'm not saying you have to be not okay with it or whatever, but it's certainly a conflict of interest. Fortress! I already have it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Actually, I do want it, but I don't want to collect 7,000 Fortress cards that I'll never touch. Just describe consignment? Well, sure. I'm not saying that consignment is bad. I am saying that if I got to control how good something could sell directly, if I could make, it's just hard not to like describe it in the specific way that it's going on. I'm trying to give like a better example. But if I could control the value of something without it having inherent value, and I give it that inherent value, then that would be a conflict of interest if I'm then selling that. Can your grading companies make mystery packs? Yeah, our grading company does it all. Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, my grading company, Phantoms. What should we call our grading company? Phantoms. Definitely not a scam grading company. How about that? Do they own them then? They make 14 mil a day just in fees. That's wild. Plus known ability to increase the value based on how they grade. Worked out in favor in the end, but still sucked. If you get a grade high enough to make your card's value to go to a higher level. Could make his auctions more appealing by fixing a tear in a booster box or hiding defects in pictures. But does he though? I mean, come on. It doesn't matter about whether or not he could. I'm saying that would be just scamming, not a conflict of interest. Him having consignment, and if he does something scammy, would just be doing something scamming, not a conflict of interest. He has no conflict of interest. But if he made the cards, like if he created the cards, and then we're able to make them, if he created the cards and then graded the cards himself and then sold the cards, even though they were your cards, he would get to control the market at that point and control like the inherent value of it. And if you're controlling the inherent value, it's a conflict of interest. I would be totally fine if PSA didn't sell their own cards or sell somebody else's cards for them and did consignment. I think that's where I draw the line of why I don't like PSA. But again, I'll still use them because that's just the market. Means their card is worth more money, right? But if it's got obvious damage on it, you can't sell it as a 10, so they'll tell you it's a 9, but buy it from you then sell as a 10. I'm not saying that's all. Like it might happen, it might not. I don't know. Phantoms, fantastic, fine grade. Yes, PPPG, PSA. Phantom scams artists. What up, Snon? Welcome. Jet, what up? Welcome to Tanky King's Authentication. Looks like a card. Is a conflict because it takes money from the sell and an auction running up benefits him. He takes money from the sale and an auction running up benefits him. Oh, Don, come on, brother. Brother! We're going full screen for this. Don, come on. Come on. Don, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. We have definitions for things that are set in stone. That's like saying, you sound like somebody trying to sell a pyramid scheme by saying, isn't everything a pyramid scheme? Come on, Don. You know what you're doing. It's a conflict of interest. There's no debate there. They are a conflict of interest. I don't need to explain conflict of interest. We all know what it is, and we all know PSA is in direct conflict and get to affect their own stuff. That's a conflict of interest. We can sit there and say that everything could be a conflict of interest, but just like everything could technically be a pyramid scheme, but we all know that we know what a pyramid scheme is. It's very obvious. We know when there's a conflict of interest. It's very obvious. PSA is in a conflict of interest, and you can't tell me otherwise. There is definitions for things. Phantom's heckin' awesome card evaluations. Wait, commissions you say? Okay, I'll send you all my cards. Send me my cut. I got you. Phantom's fire grading. At the end of the day, if you don't have faith in someone or a service, don't use them. Yeah, I mean, right. You're not forced to use them. You kind of are because they've got a big part of the market and they aren't a monopoly technically, especially since CGC is getting a lot of headway with this chaos. But yeah, no, I agree. I'm not saying you have to use them, nor am I saying that I'm not going to not use them, but I still think they have a conflict of interest. All consignments have a conflict is what I'm saying. No, they don't. 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 A conflict of interest. It's a conflict, not you both benefiting from something is not a conflict of interest. A conflict of interest. Oh, I'm not even showing you guys what I'm doing anymore. Definition of conflict of interest. Conflict of interest is a situation where an individual or organization has competing, there it is, personal, financial, or professional interests. These overlapping loyalties can make it difficult to remain impartial, potentially compromising their ability to act in the best interest of their employer, clients, or the public. If I do consignment and someone sells me something and I can get it to sell for more, that isn't competing, conflicting interest. That is agreeing interest. We're on the same page, not a conflict of interest. Phantasmal grading. Are we traveling east right now? What's east? Yes, oh my God, please no. PSA tells the graders and the QA team to color outside the lines. I think PSA, whether or not they do or not, still has a conflict of interest. Conflict of interest doesn't mean that you have to be doing it. It means they have the ability to do so. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that a conflict of interest is happening or conflict of interest is something having been done. In fact, did that say that something had to have been done? Relation interests clash with their professional duties or responsibilities. It compromises or appears to compromise their ability to act impartially in the best interest of their employer. So it can even appear to be a conflict of interest, or appear to be something. A conflict of interest doesn't mean it's happening. How can it? What about a reverse funnel system? I think what PSA is doing now, Tag or another service will take over in the next several years. I doubt it. I think PSA is just too big. Obvious conflict on PSA's part. How can it not be a conflict if they take money off the top of the sale? It's not. They're both. You're both benefiting from it. If the price goes up, I'm benefiting as the person who is getting it because I am getting more money, and you are too. Like, we agree on what it is. That's just not a conflict of interest. Consignment is not a conflict of interest. If consignment was a conflict of interest, no one would do it. Or at least a lot less people would do it. Not no one would do it, because PSA has a conflict of interest and people still do it. Are there card counter sorting machines you can rent? That's kind of where I'm at. I have a bit too much bulkish to go through. I think most of the card counters or sorters are going to be, they're going to be like rent to own, or like, I don't know if they just straight up rent. I think actually CardBot rents. I think you can technically yeah, I think they might actually. They might. You can be in contact. Actually, I'm supposed to have a meeting with one of those companies in the next week. As a follow-up, but yes, you can rent, I think, the CardBot, but I think you might be able to rent the others too. The grading is, yes, I graded once with Tag and really appreciate the transparency from the grading report. Yeah, I like Tag. But consignments like ZNG sell for others, they do not buy the items outright. They make a small cut on the auction. I mean, I know how consignments work, Don. I'm not saying there's, yeah. Exactly. The ability to turn a PSA 9 into a PSA 10 is the conflict of interest. Them doing it or not does not mean it's not a conflict of interest. Isn't it basically one thing can't be at the other detriment of... That scared the shit out of me. Isn't it basically one thing can't be done at the detriment of another from a single entity? Yes. What up, Hectic? I sent off 2 cards last week to PCG as a test to see what the market says about PCG slabs. We'll see soon. Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's pretty small, I would think. So I wouldn't imagine it's going to do terribly well, but I don't know. I don't know enough about grading. Item sells for 8,000 opposed to 5,000 because of the way I photoed them. Don, I think you lost the plot here. I think we've lost the plot. I don't know how else to explain conflict of interest. I don't think there's another way I can explain it. By definition, a consignment is not a conflict of interest. By definition, PSA has a conflict of interest. Whether they are partaking in that conflict of interest has yet to be seen, but they do have a conflict of interest, whether or not they are actively partaking in it or not. By definition, purely by the definition, that we just read. See, I kept saying I'm not going to pull out these cards, and here I am pulling all these cards out. All right, let me catch up. Are you sorting those into series and chaos sort? These are just, I'm sifting right now, Skadoosh. There should be a site where you can see local shops that offer hourly rates during the day or something. Oh, so you want to like rent something like somebody else owns. Okay, I don't know about that. I'm sure there are. I have a semi friend who wants me to sell his cards for him. There's 5K of cards. He sees how successful I am and just thinks things will sell fast. He'll make a ton. It's hard explaining how. eBay works. I need to make it very clear the fees he'll be paying to ensure he and is comfortable with the estimated payout. I'm tempted to do it, but I just need to decide my terms. The problem with doing consignment, if you don't have a backhand deal or a back-end deal with eBay, is they take out so many fees that at that point, like, to make consignment make sense, and people have reached out to me to do consignment, and I'm like, for consignment to make sense, I basically need to take like 10%. And at that point, I need to take 15% out for fees. So like, I guess I don't understand how you could do it without having some kind of deal with eBay. Because then that's 25%. I might as well just buy it for 75% at that point, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where the benefit is if you don't have like a set up website in place. Like, I don't know how you can do consignment without either your own website that has a lot of traffic or an eBay deal that's better than the default. Maybe somebody else can make sense of that for me, but I've never been able to figure out why it would make sense for me to do it for somebody, and that's why I've never gone into the consignment world, which doesn't make sense to me. Oh, if I portray a card as near met as opposed to LP, I sure as hell can influence the value. We're just gonna stop. There's no other way to explain it. I can't explain it anymore, Don. But we'll agree to disagree. Oh my God, I'm so far behind. Traveling north. Conflict when you're describing two different things. Yes, exactly. That one is a scam, one is a conflict of interest. I think people's hate for PSA just gives them special rules. Meanwhile, CDC in fact is the same thing. Does CDC sell their own cards? If they do, they also have a conflict of interest. Dude, you're almost there. Now think who controls whether it's a 9 or a 10. Putting PSA in the search is a huge upside over graders. I don't have a hate PSA to point out their flaws. I don't have to love them to use their services. Yeah. There are, Bogey Bastard. You came into a hot topic. We're talking about whether or not PSA has a conflict of interest by selling somebody else's cards. What I'm saying is that any of us that sell have the power to misrepresent our goods. But that's not a conflict of interest. We're defining things, Don. We're defining things. That's not the definition of a conflict of interest. Yes, we can all scam somebody. That doesn't mean we have a conflict of interest. I'm specifically talking about that term and how the PSA has a conflict of interest, whether they partake in it or not. That's all I'm trying to say. Bro, you said sup bro, and it translated to soup bro. TJ, what the hell? Why is can I turn the auto translate off? I told my buddy he would make more money taking his cards to his card company. Yep, exactly. So I was putting a 9 at slab my guy, and who controls that? Oh, goodness. This is exactly what I'm trying to explain to him. Unless it takes 1 to 5% from him, the math would not work out. For him, he could just sell to someone else for more. Yeah, exactly. Is a conflict not a scam or misrepresentation? The ability to grade... PSA controls the grading market. They are the top dog. When they grade something a 9, it's worth significantly less than if they graded a 10. If they have the ability to choose between a 9 or a 10, and they also sell those cards, whether it's selling it for them or themselves, it is a conflict of interest by definition. It is scamming to put a 9 into a 10 slab, but it's But the ability to do so is the conflict of interest. And that's all I'll say. That is where I will end it. There's no more better way I can explain it. That is the definition of a conflict of interest. This is what I'm saying. But we're going to move on because we've been stuck on this. We always get stuck on these arguments. It's so stupid. I just like a good argument. I do enjoy a good argument. So if you've lost plot, can I cash in some street cred with you to float a card uploader alteration to PS for me? Wait, say that again? Can I cash in some street cred with you to float a card uploader alteration to PS? What's PS? Pokemon Steven for me? What do you mean by that? I quit to change the subject. We got TJ in the chat. We do have TJ. He probably already left. He probably already got tired of us yelling about random shit. He's like, all right, I'm out. He came in and everything was on fire. You know, that meme? And he's like, what the hell? And then he just left. I got an itchy finger. I love the master debates. Yes, exactly. Sounds like you have a conflict of interest. Am I right, everyone? Yeah. Is me selling bulk a conflict of interest? Is me selling bulk while saying my title starts from 0 a conflict of interest? I think it is. I think it is. I think we're onto something. I think we understand the haters now. It was the reason they don't hate me for any other reason other than my conflict of interest. Oh my God, we figured it out. That's why everyone hates me. It's my conflict of interest. Who knew? We figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. We've done it. We've done it. We've done it. How the story degrade. If someone puts a 9 out of 10 slide, that's false advertising scamming. Yes, it is. You did not start from 0, bruh. Such a conflict. You know how you can do incrementing skews and it starts at whatever number you can tell it? It would be infinitely better if you could choose to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 increment all we have now. Why would it be better with a 0 in front of it? Ooh, here we go. Some older cards. This is what we like to see. Ooh. We got some older cards. That's super cool. That's super, super cool. That's super duper. Yeah, it's Phantom's chat and is now controlling the chat. Now he can choose what we're talking about. Yeah, there you go. There's my conflict of interest. Skimming an extra. Right. I also don't think that's necessarily happening, but they have the ability to have it happen, and that's what I don't like about it. You're trusting that they don't, based on the fact that it's a bigger company. And there's been a lot of companies that have been much bigger than PSA, that have done a lot dumber things to make money, and a lot smaller numbers to make that money. I just wish they wouldn't be in the seller market. But the more important question is CGC and who else do you say? Do they actually do that now too? Do CGC sell cards? That's kind of fucked up too. That's unfortunate. No surprise there. I don't know why they wouldn't get on the game. Oh, we got a holo. We just made $1 billion. I think I have like 17 of those beads already listed. I have all my scans from 1 to 18,000 saved on my computer. Should I delete them or is there any reason I should keep them? I don't think there's a reason to keep them. I wouldn't imagine there's one, Caden. Choice, mind you, not default. I don't want to make everyone to behave like me. Yeah. I mean, you can suggest it, Paul, in their Discord. I don't really have the ear of Steven in the way that would probably he'd probably just be like, can you tell my dev or like make a suggested in the Discord is probably what he'll just tell me. So probably can't help you too much, but if you do put it in the Discord, they're actually really good about that, about taking suggestions. That's what I do. Anytime I want something, I say, hey, this should be added. And then usually his dad's really good at responding to whoever wants something. Starting from nothing is a conflict of interest. Yep. That was not a transient chat topic. eBay organizes the SKUs funny when you don't put... Oh, interesting. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. And I'm all about that too. They're doing it in mass. They grade thousands of cards a day. Those small profits add up. It's like selling, in theory, but PSA gets to determine what is a 10 and a 9. So yes, we determine the market, but they get to decide where a card lands on the market. So that it's not as simple as, because obviously if they graded a 6 and they grade something a 10, those are two different values. We gotta stop talking about this. Holy shit. I keep getting baited into this. We're done. We're done talking about it. I'm not gonna respond to any more chats about it. Have you seen the bricks and minifigs videos? I have. Danky Kang. That's a great topic to talk about. That's a conflict of... No. Yes, the bricks and minifigs shit is crazy. Crazy. To think all they had to do was give the dude his stupid cards back and they wouldn't have to deal with all this crazy shit. Like, Sweet Honey is almost off-center enough for me to want to put it in my collection, but it's not, unfortunately. Charmander! All right, I'm not pulling out artworks anymore. I'm just going to focus on pulling out... Let me finish my sentence here. Pulling out older cards. And most of this seems to be Sword and Shield. So it's not worth pulling out. Straight to auction at Fanatics. Oh, yeah. The dude that owns it lives in the town over from mine? Really? He doesn't own it anymore, right? Or are you talking about the entire company? And have to join your Discord as well. Then it's just a whole thing. Fine, I'll do it myself. Yeah. How long you streaming tonight? I made 25,000 Magic cards listed on TCG Player. Hell yeah, Card Slingers. Oh, wow. It's already been 2 hours, so probably not much longer. You're good, Paul. David, welcome. Still in the top 8. I'm blessed to have the last word. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I do. That's a bad habit of mine. I'm sorry. We'll let anyone else who wants to have the last word have the last word. And then we'll move on. Pause. The cops really messed up on that one. I was a cop for 10 years, so I get it. But damn, guys. I didn't really catch what the cops were even doing. So what is it that they did wrong, the cops themselves? Because, like, to me, I was like, I started watching those videos, and I was like, I'm so confused on what's happening. So I imagine if you're coming into this blind, it would also be really confusing from the cops' perspective. But I also heard they did some really shady shit. So it's like, what the hell is going on? I was confused overall. The whole situation is very confusing. But all I know is the bricks and minifigs guys really fucked up. They had one thing they needed to do, and that was just give up the damn cards. And it was like, damn. All of this could have been avoided so much easier. It was just so stupid. And now their company, I don't know. We'll really find out if all press is good press for that company. We'll see if bricks and minifigs numbers go up or down. I'm really curious on their next earnings report. Are they even a public company? I'd love to see what their stock is doing. Never worth pulling out. I disagree 100%, Hectic. You need to pull out, my guy. You got too many little ones running around. That is wild shit. Wild, wild shit. Hectic's never had a pull-out game. 0 pull-out game. The search warrant was bullshit and violated all kinds of rights. Oh, they had a search warrant? Wow. The TLDR, there is no TLDR. That situation is so confusing, I'm not even going to try and give a TLDR. But basically, someone wanted they wanted to do consignment. Dude, I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try. It's too hard to do a TLDR. Watch Philly D. He'll help you catch up. Buy a side in the case and not looking at both sides of the story. That sounds about right. Condition my cards. Everything is on hold till I am done moving. Let's hope no sales come through, but if they do, the fees I added will make it worth it. Oh, nice. Scan sleeves saved, but they are on an external 8 terabyte hard drive, so I can keep them for a while and then delete later. Ton of Sword and Shield newer listed with a good bit of Sun and Moon and Sun XY. How much of each era do you try to have? It's not necessarily like specific, like how much I try to have. Just, I mean, the older the better. Just trying to have old inventory on is what I try. Non-existent. A lot. It's like, oh, Phantom's mother-in-law heard the postman say he heard Phantom talking about selling drugs. Let's get a warrant for his house. Like, what the, yeah, that's wild. That's wild. 4 minutes behind, so catching up. You're good, Jaron. I need a full squad of league players and I'll be done. That's crazy work. Are you guys going for a third? Fourth? Fourth, right? Third or fourth? Fourth. It was a conflict of interest. Borrow some to complete your team. There you go. 2 more. There, fourth. Yes, you're fourth. Say, carry you in Fortnite. Hey, what's up, Alan? The evening is going well. The evening is going swimmingly. We have always said 4 or 5. That's crazy. I guess I can't say too much. My mom had 4, so I'm one of 4. But that is, I don't want 4 animals. Let alone 4 children. That terrifies me. But kudos to you, sir. Kudos to you. 4 or 5. That's crazy. That is crazy work. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to head out. We got done with the box. I'm happy with where we're ending. So I'm going to be heading out. 6 is wild work. The minivan didn't cut it. Yeah, you need a full van. None of that mini shit. Did demonstrate an actual conflict of interest. There you go. Inspired me to sort my hollow bulk and found a baby shiny tandem mouse. Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, guys, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to head out.